Today is, let's see, what is today? Today's Monday. It is March 20, I have no clue. March 29th. We're almost into April, and my name is Lori. I am going to show you how to use the Paper Pumpkin kit, the free stencils that came with the kit, and we're going to use them with some paste. So I'm going to drop down to my desktop. You are going to see a mess. I did this on purpose because I wanted you to see my creative process. So let me drop on down. And yeah, so as I am creating these cards for you, this is what happens. I have stuff everywhere. So let's kind of clear off real quick, and then I want to show you what I did already, and then I'm going to show you how I did it. So just clearing, and then I'm going to lose everything probably, but that's okay. I just really want you to take a look at what I did here. This card right here was made with the products from the kit. I used the stencil up here with my shimmery white embossing paste. I'm going to show you how I did that. I used terracotta tile ribbon. I used the envelope insert that came with the kit. I'll show you here. See how the insert right here, you have the insert, it came with the kit. So I used that, and I just cut it down, and then I used the pretty peacock card that came with the kit and made this happy birthday card, and I just really thought it was really neat. So that's this one. This one came with the kit. This is what we were supposed to make with the kit. And this was the other one that you made with the kit. So those are the three that I have right now. And I'm going to show you how to use the stencils here in a second. But I also made this one. Now, I would have done this differently, but let me kind of tell you what I did here. If you can see up here at the top of my embossing, or my card, I used my blending brush, and I used the cloud stencil and used the clouds up here. I'll do that in another video, but that's what I did up here. I also cut out the square center that was this. I cut it completely out and put the die cut right here, and I used the tree stamp right here in the Calypso Coral. Now, I do like this. I think it's pretty, but if I were to have done it again, I would have taken everything here and put it on a piece of Whisper White, and then put it right here, and maybe even like put Stampin' Dimensionals so it looked like a window, because that was the effect that I was trying to go to. Because when you open up this card this time, if you write something like, I love you, Grandma and Grandpa, or I hope you have a wonderful day, or whatever, congratulations, this one's congratulations, you're going to be able to see it through the window. And that was not what my intent was. My intent was to make a window scene outside of the card. So that's what I would do differently. And to get this piece out, I just used my paper trimmer and scored on the lines of the box and cut it out, and it came right out. So that's how I did this one. All right, let's get to the actual cards for today. So this one that I used, I did the Sunburst, and I used my shimmery white paste. Now, to get my paste a yellow color, I grabbed I had this on hand because I like to paint also. I grabbed this little paint tool and I put my shimmery white paint here. I added some of my Bumblebee ink that I use to re-ink my stamp pads, just a drop or two. And then I used a pasting tool and kind of mixed it around, and then I put it onto my stencil. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that here in a second because we're going to do it with a different card. So we'll leave all of that out. Then I used the happy birthday, and this white piece and this green piece, it came with a kit. Then I also used some of these rhinestone basic jewels to kind of give it a little bling, as well as my ribbon. This came with the ornate garden. Now I'll tell you, this I think is on our retired list. It's our last chance list, and you can go to my website at harvestlanecraftique.com and you can get in and you can see what's retiring, and there are some great sales going on right now. Our new catalog is getting ready to come out, so you might want to take a look and see if there's anything that you definitely want to get. The in colors for 2019, 2020, those are in the retiring list because we are getting some new in colors. So this terracotta tile, this was one of those. So all of the papers, the inks, the blends, all of that, they are on that retiring list, plus a lot of other good stuff. So take a look at that list. You can also go to LoriJohnson1.stampinup.net and you can see that retired list there also. All right, let's get to how we made these cards because this was fun. This was a lot of fun. So let's kind of move everything out of the way here. And this card, I am going to use the stars that came with. I really like the stars. So this is what we're going to do first. I cut out a piece of Misty Moonlight paper. I cut it 4x4, which is the size of the stencil here. Now, when I did this piece, I didn't do that. And if I were going to do it again, that's what I would do. I would cut out a piece of Whisper White or Basic White, a 4x4, because that's the size of your stencil, to get it, because mine was a little bit bigger and then I had to go in and cut it down and that was all difficult. So that's what I would recommend, cutting out a 4x4, because I think that's where you're going to get your best look at. All right, and on this card, I just want to do shimmery white, and we're going to do 2 of these so you get to see this. So, because I just think this is just beautiful. So this is what the paste looks like. It's already got the shimmer in it. So I'm not going to use my tray because I'm not going to add color on this one. So I'm going to put this here. I grabbed a magnet that I had in my Stampin' Up room here. You could probably use your Stamparatus if you wanted to. And I set that on there with the magnet from my Stamparatus, just so that my 2 pieces don't move when I am putting the paste on, because I want it to look, I don't want it to mess up. So I'm just going to move this down just a little bit here. We're going to put this, whoa, did you see that? Holy cow. These suckers, they are strong. You're not even supposed to really have them in the same area, but I need them. So we're using them. We're going to make them work for us. So we're going to put that here. And then let's just put another one over here, just so it kind of holds it down a little bit. I'm just going to make sure my stencil is on there exactly like I want it. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my paper down, and I'm going to use some of my paste here. And let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. All right. Let's see, let's go this way with it. All right, there we go. All right, and I really don't need that much. Let's grab a little bit of that because I don't want it to be thick. And I'm just going to just kind of just blend over it just like this. And this is why I don't want it to move, because if you've ever done like stenciling on walls or on anything, you don't want it to get underneath that stencil. And you really don't need a whole bunch of this paste because you don't want it to be too thick. But I'm just spreading it out all the way across. I was surprised how quickly this dried. So that's one good thing. And I'm just going to go up here. Now, I would recommend also washing your stencil off right away. I keep baby wipes on my desktop so that I have them available. And that looks really good. Everything looks pretty. I like it. Okay, put this here. Let me grab a baby wipe real quick. Especially with this one, because this one's glittery, so it's like on my fingers. All right, let me kind of clean stuff off as I pull it here. Okay, so then we're just going to pull this off. And look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh my goodness. So, so pretty. Then all you have to do basically is just kind of take your tool here, just go along the sides and clean it up. Just like that. Oh, I'm not even in the camera. I'm sorry. Let's try this. Yeah, this paste is thick, thick, thick. And it's not coming off like it did on the other one. So let's just... Now we sell these scrapers in the Stampin' Up store. I sell the shimmery paste in the Stampin' Up store also. And we don't sell the stars because that was a free gift with your paper pumpkin. But we do have other stencils that you can purchase in the store also. Okay, and I'm just going to let that dry for a second. Doesn't take very long. While that's drying, I'm just going to kind of clean up my mess here with my baby wipe so that when I come back in here and do my next one, which is what we're getting ready to do, because I want to show you how to do that too. And I'm going to clean on both sides because look at that. Oh my goodness, what a mess. All right. Just going to clean this up, and I went out of the screen. I'm so notorious for doing that. I'm so sorry. I'm going to clean out of the screen here. All right, clean that all up. I'm going to clean this up. And then we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to use the Misty Moonlight. So I cut another piece. This piece is a Seaside Spray. And I'm going to grab my stencil again, and it doesn't matter which side I use because it's all the same. And I'm going to put it down here in the middle and get it lined up. I'm going to put my magnets back down. All right, so now I'm going to grab my plate here, and I'm going to just put a little dollop in there. Now, you can always add more paste if you need to, okay? But this is just a way of not actually wasting your paste, right? Just use a little bit at a time. But I'm just taking my Misty Moonlight ink that I would use if I were going to re-ink my pads. And I'm just putting a little bit in there, and then I'm going to just take my little spatula and I'm going to spin it around. And so now what I have is a Misty Moonlight paste. Isn't that pretty? And this one's shimmery. It's got the glitter in it. And we are going to put this on the Seaside Spray. So let's do that now. All right, so I'm just going to do the exact same thing. Go in and add just a little bit. I'm going to be careful not to lift. My fingers did stick there just for a second, and it lifted just a little bit, but just be gentle. Go one direction. Don't go back and forth. And I'm also, as I'm doing this, I'm scraping off the excess so I don't have big clumps. It's not the look I'm going after. And we're going all the way down here. And I got some on my fingernail. All right. Come over here and get these. I got a little white in there because it was still on my brush, but I actually think that's okay. I thought that was kind of pretty. And you know what? I may. Let's do this. Let's just try something. Let's just take some white. Let's just kind of go over it also. Just so there's just like a little added effect there. And I'm just trying to pick up some of this excess. I don't want to dig into it like I just did there. I do want to pick up some of that excess. Let's see here. Just like that. So pretty. Let's get this one down here. All right. Let's see what we have. Let's try to get this off here because that's crazy. All right. Let's pull this up. Grab another wipe here for my hands. Take this up. Take this up. And let's pull this away. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. So make sure you clean off all your tools. I will tell you, I did clean it off a little late and it was crusty when I did it the first time, and that's okay. It all cleaned off. So just so that you know, it will clean off regardless. Let's put those up there. Okay, let's make our cards. Very quick now. Pop that down there. I already have my card base cut. I used an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I also cut that at 5.5, and then I scored at 4 1/4, and that's how I got my base here. And then of course we come in with our bone folder and burnish down our edge there. And for this card, I wanted to use this one. So we're going to just stick that right there in the middle. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. Just add some here on the back in my 4 corners. And then I wanted to put this right here in the middle, maybe a little bit higher. Just like that. Then I had this cute thing here. And I also wanted to use some of the linen thread that came with it. And I am going to just grab a whole bunch here and cut this out. And basically, I'm just going to wrap it around my fingers. Just kind of like we did for the original card. And I am so sorry. I am not looking to see if I am in the screen or not. Oh, I am so bad about that. And I'm just wrapping and wrapping. No rhyme or reason. Because basically what I want to do is I just want these to come out just a little bit on the side. Maybe just one more. Cut that off. I just want it to come out just a little bit on the side. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus and pop it right there. And then I'm just going to put this right here. I don't know if you could see me. Just like that. And then let's put some down here and some over here. And then, actually, you know what? I don't think that's going to stay. So we are going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals and pop this up because I think that ribbon is going to be too much. And you know, that happens sometimes when you're making cards. You got to kind of change your game plan. and that's okay. And you have a nice, simple card, you know, with this saying smile, it's your time to shine. I mean, it could be a birthday card. It could be, you know, maybe a card if somebody got a new job. It could be really for anything. And this smile, it's your time to shine. It came from my Daisy Lane stamp set right here, smile, and it's your time to shine. And I just put them together right here to do that. And I just thought that was really pretty. Nice, simple card, very simple. All right, so that's that one. Then this one, I do not have a card base torn out, but I did think, okay, so I have that. I just thought that was so pretty. Then I have some of this Seaside Spray ribbon that I wanted to use because it sparkles too, so it's going to go behind here. And see, I'm already touching this, and this is already dry, so just so that you can see how it is. And then I'm just going to cut off a piece. And it's double-sided. The ribbon's double-sided, so you don't have to be exact on where you want the ribbon to go. But all right, so before I do that, let's come in here and let's add this down so I don't have to redo it. All right, and I want it to go right here in the middle. Once again, actually, you know what? Let's do this one higher. Let's do this one higher, and we'll put a sentiment down here at the bottom. And we'll come down here. And I'm just going to move this down just a little bit, just like that. Got to be careful on pulling your ribbon too tight when you're doing it around your paper like this, because you don't want it to buckle like mine just did. So just be careful on how tight you do it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm just going to make my bow look pretty. And I'm going to take the ends and just kind of cut them at an angle. Just like that. So, so pretty. Then I'm going to use a Stampin' Dot here. Just grab one off. I'm going to put it on the back of my bow so that it stays in place where I want it to. And I'll flip it over, do the exact same thing. I'm using my Take Pick tool to grab off the Stampin' Dot just like that. So pretty. There we go. And then all you have to do is come in and put in a sentiment and maybe some, look, I got this crooked. Oh, I hate it when I do that. All right, we're not gonna fuss about it. But anyways, then we're gonna come in here. We can add some embellishments. Maybe actually to the middle of the star. Look at that. That's pretty. Add another embellishment. This one came off, stuck to my hand. Let's do one more. One more right there. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. All right. And then let's grab, we could do a happy birthday. Let's see, what are some of our other ones? I'm just going to grab some paper here, and I had some of these balloons that I cut out, just like that. You're going to add some balloons on there. Let's do just 3. 3's enough. So let's just pop those in there real quick. And I'm going to put those on with my dots also. I'm going to put the dots down towards the bottom because I'm going to have each of my balloons covering over another one so you can't see those dots. Then what we'll do, let's put this one on, then we'll come back and put another star. Just like that. Oh, those are cute. Okay, and let's grab one more rhinestone. I don't know, maybe that, does that look okay? What do you think? I got rhinestones everywhere. I don't know, some demonstrators believe, you know, you can't have enough, can't have too many embellishments. I don't know. I think it looks cute. All right, let's try, let's see what this looks like here. And I'm using my tailored tag. And I'm just going to do it here in my basic white color. Nothing fancy. So I really just kind of want it to go right down here. And I might have to cut it off a little bit. We'll have to play with it and see. But I'm just going to put happy birthday. And let's do it in the Memento Black. Right here in the middle. Just like that. And I don't like the way that looks, so we're going to do it again. All right, let's try it one more time. Much better. All right, I like that better. And let's come in here, and I am just going to add some of my Stampin' Seal on this. And pop it under here. Happy birthday. You know what? Let's cut these just a little bit shorter. Well, that doesn't help, does it? You know, I could, watch this. I'm going to take a dot here. And I'm going to force my ribbon to go over here by putting a dot underneath it so that we can see that happy birthday. And one last big sparkle right down here at the bottom. How about that? There we go. Cute card. Cute, cute, cute card. And then we are going to just grab some of our basic white paper. And I thought I had a card already cut up, but let me do it real quick. And I am just over here, I'm just cutting it at a 5.5, and then I am going to score it at 4.25, just to get that basic card base. And then we'll come in here and we'll pop that right on there. And look, you know what? I made a mistake, but that's okay. You get the idea. There you go. 2 cards made with the embossing paste. This one is called the Shimmery White Embossing Paste. Did those 2, plus we also did the Sunshine. And I will put directions to all of them in my website. Again, it is harvestlanecraftique.com. If you are interested in getting any of these supplies, you can go to my store at lorijohnson1.stampinup.net and you can shop in my store. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a blessed day.